There it is. What's up, guys? Justin Harris here. Welcome back. And I want to make sure I'm talking to the right camera here. And click the link there. Get that going like it needs to be. So the two topics today, it's a this versus that comparison, right? Some people see it. They're like, what are those terms? What do those letters mean? BPO versus what's the other one? What did I guess and not even say PEO? All right, so BPO versus PEO. So PEO is professional employer organizations, right? And BPO is business process organizations, right? And so essentially what that means here is stepping back. If you were listening to the previous playlist, we were talking about outsourcing, right? And so you guys know the channel here, business scenarios based off the Daily Drucker, and we're following the Daily Drucker. And with this particular one, when talking about outsourcing, we're really digging into the benefits and when to use outsourcing. And in this sense, using those two terms, BPO, business process organization, make sure I'm actually saying these right, outsourcing, business process outsourcing, right? And professional employer organization. So they both have their purpose. All right, so best way to explain this, PEO, right? Professional employer organization. That is typically where in respect to employees, you have under a certain number where it is manageable for you to handle all the benefits, payroll, insurances, everything that has to do with that employee's rights and following under the scope of federal laws and so forth. Here in the U.S., other countries, they have other laws, may not be titled as a federal law, right? Employer acts and things like that. But when talking about this, it's really what's manageable for the amount of employees that you have as a PEO type business. How much can you handle in-house, right? Where the BPO, the business process, is that business process outsourcing is in the term, just like the last word there, outsourcing. So at this point, you have so many employees that you need an actual outsourced HR, human resource department to manage these employees, because otherwise it deviates from the scope of business that you need to achieve within your company, right? Whatever the product or services that your company provides, your business, your conglomerate, whatever you have going on, your partnership. So taking that into consideration, that's what helps keep you, right, um, on path, if you will, right? I'm like at a loss of thoughts here because I want to explain it the way it should be explained. He kind of, he does the same thing. It's really, I haven't deviated from what he explains there. So what's key here is understanding which is more beneficial to you. Because at the end of the day, cost effective wise, if you have 20 employees and managing those 20 employees is significantly hindering the performance of your company, then look at the costs of outsourcing it, right? And see if the time lost over here outweighs the cost that it takes to pay someone else to do the same job for you, and you don't have to think about it, right? Sometimes the value of peace of mind is just priceless, right? So take a step back and look at that and see where that applies for you. And that's just one angle when it comes to outsourcing and how to use that to your benefit.